What's going on, y'all? If you tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jarrell. Today, I'm about to give y'all my top 10 grooming hacks as a man. Things that I do to take care of myself and make myself feel good. And it allows me to be the guy that I am, the man that I am, the person that I am on a daily basis. So we're finna get right into it. So the first thing on the list is gonna be working out. You feel me? You don't gotta do the most. You don't gotta be a bodybuilder. None of that. But you do need at least 3 to 5 days where you're working on yourself and you allow yourself to move your body. And that's all that matters, you feel me? You can do that for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, however long, you feel me? It is what you need to do. Lifting weights, cardio, boxing, any of that type of stuff. So today was my density day. So I just started off with some push-ups. Then y'all, let's see, I'm gonna go into my ab workout or whatever, and then finish off with some cardio. So like I said, it was a density day, so all I did was focus on lacking areas that I feel like I want to tone up a little bit more, and did a little bit of legs and back, and that was about it. So that's pretty much what that consisted of. All right, so after the workout, as y'all see, we got the shower open. So my next thing would be get you some face wash. And I always clean my face as far as using Noxzema or whatever exfoliating cream. I normally do that in the shower, so I'm already knocking out my skincare, which was the next hack. But also adding to that hack, we have get you some good body wash. So this is normally my second option. I got this from my travel bag, which is another thing you can do if you travel a lot, is get you a bag with your hygiene stuff in it and keep it in your car. So this is my second option for my body wash. My first option is normally a Dove brand, and I ran out, so I had to grab this. So, like I said, those are hack 2 and 3. So we finna be back with the next one when we get done with this. So I tap right back in with y'all when we finish. All right, man. So post shower, what we got next up is mouth care. So within my mouth care, I use floss. I use a toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash. I'm gonna have to re-up after this. And then I previously had braces, so I have a retainer here. What I use this for is you basically drop your retainers in here, you drop a tablet or something in there, and you would turn it on, and it'll clean your retainers for you. So that's pretty cool, I think. So like I said, boom. First thing I would do is brush, then I do mouthwash, then use my floss, or whatever order you go in, you feel me? But what matters is brushing your teeth. You gotta take care of your mouth. You don't want to have stink breath in front of certain people, in front of girls that you're trying to talk to, in front of business partners that you got to talk to, in front of your clients, different things like that. And to even take it a step further, always keep some gum on you. Keep you some gum or some mint, leave it in your car, leave it in your truck, leave it at your job, in your desk. Keep something around like that so that way, you always on point. So the next thing, I'll basically title it as hygiene or essentials. So first off, you got deodorant. You always want to make sure you put on some deodorant. Make sure you got something to go under your arms to keep you from smelling musty and allow you to do what you need to do throughout the day and still smell decent. So after that, I use 2 different lotions sometimes. So here, this one has a little bit more of a smell, kind of like a fragrance to it. And this one is more like a simple, just moisturizer type of thing. So I would use this one on my face, and I would use this one mainly on my skin, basically. So as y'all can see, also I did put a do-rag on because my hair is wet. And y'all gonna see later on, one of the things I'm finna do for the hygiene is cut my hair. So I need my hair dry. That way I can run my clippers through it and everything like that. So, like I said, main thing is just making sure you keep up with the things that you need to do on a daily basis to allow yourself to be not only healthy, but also smell good, feel good, look good, all that type of stuff to your standard. Because it'll make you stand out, because everybody don't do this. And I know even sometimes I go to bed not doing some of this stuff because I'm so tired and different things, but you gotta prioritize doing this stuff to allow yourself to continue to be in good standing with your standards for yourself. It's really important that we do this type of stuff because it not only makes you stand out for yourself, but stand out to other people. Because like I said, everybody don't do this. Some people just don't mind how they smell. Some people don't mind how they feel. And you feel me? If you on my channel, we not rocking like that. We taking care of ourselves. We making sure we in good standing with our hygiene, so that way you get compliments, you feel good, you look good, you smell good, all that type of stuff. I actually recently just got a tattoo, so what I'm going to do, if I can find it, this is also handy for you. So you can put this on your feet when you get out the shower, so your feet don't be flaky. That's something that I've had to learn to, get better at doing. You don't have dry skin on your feet and all that type of stuff. And you also can use this as like a lip balm type of thing. So you want to put this on your lips, so that way your lips not dry, they're not crusty, not cracking, all that type of stuff. You feel me? If you got a girl, your girl not gonna want to be kissing on desert lips and sandpaper, you cutting up her lips, all that type of stuff. Like, nah, make sure you got some stuff on your lips, and you'll see once you put them on and feel better. And I feel like Aquaphor, in my opinion, lasts longer. But like I said, since I recently got a tat, I feel like it's healed now. But what I'm gonna do is put a little Aquaphor on and around this tattoo, just like that, and rub it in. And why not put it on this one a little bit too? That way, tats stay looking pretty decent and healthy and everything. So, boom, done with the Aquaphor. So I'm gonna drop that in there. Now, also, you want to brush. So, or something to do with either your facial hair or your hair on your head, you feel me? Whether it be a brush, whether it be a comb. I actually just cut all my facial hair off. And one thing that I'll put y'all on game with is some minoxidil cream. And that has helped me be able to grow my facial hair. Like, I just recently cut this off. I don't know if y'all can really see for real, but I got other pictures of like how it was growing up. But I just recently cut this off and it hasn't been a week yet, and it's already grown back in. So I may let it grow in like a stubble, a real light stubble type of situation, or I may end up cutting it off when I decide to cut my hair. I don't know yet. It really depends on how I feel, because I gotta think ahead of time, because I got a wedding soon. So I gotta figure out like the style that I want to go to. Those are my main essentials, I would say, as far as getting out the shower, as far as daily things that I do. Now we're moving on to the next one. So my next one here is gonna be fragrances and cologne. So recently this has been my favorite that I got, but I'll show y'all soon my different ones that I use for different things like that. So you really could put oil on your skin. Some people like to do that and then do cologne, but I really do both. So I basically just spray the cologne on my skin, and then once I put clothes on, I'll also spray. So I'm gonna actually show y'all my collection. And I wouldn't even necessarily call it a collection, because it's not as big as I really used to have it. Just little simple stuff that I like to wear. So I normally like to do this mainly like on a random day, but where it's like it's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's kind of like in between, lukewarm type of day. This is like normally my everyday type of thing to the gym. This, I gotta get some more of this. This is like for like really if I'm going out to a nice place. This is more of a fall type scent, and it smells good in my opinion. This has been my daily that I've been using. It's a great one. Then I also have these oils. You can always get oils from your beauty supply store, or I know some of y'all live in cities where y'all have like little vendors that'll stop you on the way or stop you on, the street or something. So I always tap in with them, because they'll give you some good stuff that smell good and it's for the low. And then I really don't use this as much, but it's still good cologne to have in the rotation. And as y'all can see, you feel me, I use pretty much like half the bottle. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up really for fragrances and colognes. So the last hack I would say for your physical, right here, I have some rosemary oil. So what I would do is cut my fingernails or go to, get a manicure or whatever. But I recently just cut my fingernails and stuff on my own. And what I would do with this is basically, some of y'all may not feel like getting the gel, which I feel like there's nothing wrong getting the gel. But as a substitution, if you don't have the gel or want to do the gel, basically put some oil, some rosemary oil or something, and just drop it on your nails. It's not only healthy for your nails, but it also gives that little shine to show that that good feeling of showing that you got your nails taken care of, basically. And nails matter, especially for me. One thing I will say is, granted, I don't do this for, nobody else. I do it for me. You get compliments on your nails as a man, like taking care of your hands and stuff like that. But my other stream of income, I cut hair also. I'm a barber. So basically, I don't always use gloves, or I may not always have gloves and I'll run out. So basically what I'm getting at is, you don't want to be cutting nobody hair and you got nasty nails, you got dirty nails, you got dirt under your nails, all that type of stuff. Your nails stink, your hands stink. Like, all of this matters, and people pay attention to that. And that's a hack for a barber. If you're a barber, is make sure your hands clean, make sure you're taking care of your hands, because people pay attention to, the way that you smell, the way that you carry yourself. So we're back with the next hack. The next hack would be, find you some good fitting clothes. Now, one thing that I will say is, I used to be somebody, I used to spend money on a lot of designer. I used to, not necessarily clothes, but shoes or whatever, which I don't mind spending good money on shoes, for good shoes that I like. But you don't got to spend a lot of money when it comes to clothes, when it comes to shirts, when it comes to pants. One thing that helps with that is if you're in the gym and you're working out, so it all ties into each other. So like I said, I'm a very simple person. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm working from home. So even when I do work, I have a 3-day work schedule basically. So I like to be comfortable. I have a job where I can't be comfortable, and I like to be comfortable throughout the day, unless like I'm going to somewhere where I have to like really dress up, and I'm still gonna make sure it all fits well. So go to Target, go to Walmart, anywhere that's close to you. Sometimes even your beauty supply store, if you're in the hood or something like that, or a neighborhood where you got a beauty supply store, they sell t-shirts. Go find you a good t-shirt. This right here is a Goodfellow t-shirt. That's a great brand in my opinion, as far as comfort, as far as how it feels, and then when you wash it, as long as you got a decent size, it's not gonna shrink up too bad or nothing for you. So I like to wear a medium in my opinion, just for this type of feel, because I feel like it fills out everything that it needs to fill out. Some of the main, I would say here, some of the main attractive spots, or targeted spots, I would say, that people pay attention to on a man is gonna be chest, shoulders, back, and arms, really. That don't mean skip legs though. So, like I said, I'm a all black type of person. I feel like black is just super simple. I feel like it's really something that you can do and not think about it too much. So the thing with well-fitted clothes is the fact that, like I said, it's very simple. You can always throw on a t-shirt. I got some sweats on right now, as y'all can see, and I'm finna just wear this throughout the day because I'm chilling today. I'm working from home, like I said. But the thing with well-fitted shirts and well-fitted clothes, like I said, it's hugging the areas that it needs to hug, shoulder, arm, all that type of stuff. And then you would accessorize with it. So get you a nice chain, get you, well, like I said, get you some jewelry, different things like that, earring, anything like that. So you can always do something simple, but just accessorize with it, put a watch on, all that type of stuff, and you good to go. This is like a real chill type of outfit. This is nothing too serious. This is nothing that necessarily stands out and catches everybody's eye, but guess what? What catches it is the way the physique may, fill it out, different things like that. And then also what matters most is I feel comfortable. I feel good about myself. I smell good. So that's what we aiming for. And the thing about really like what I do is very low cost. If you want to save even more money, is figure out how to do certain things on your own, whether it be cutting your nails, cutting your own hair. That'll save you a lot of money in the long run. But if you can't do those things, it still doesn't cost that much to go out and pay people to do the things that you need them to do, whether it be your haircuts and stuff like that. You feel me? And I'm not taking any barber slander either, because I'm also a barber. So there's nothing wrong with spending $40, $50 on a haircut, because it's an investment in yourself, especially if you have a good barber. You know, a barber that does what he needs to do. He gets you right, he's punctual, all of those type of things. If all of that is in order, stop complaining about haircut prices. You feel me? Because that's how somebody eat, and also it's helping you as an individual too. So you're gonna have your opinion, but that's my opinion on it. But like I said, everything is very low cost. It doesn't cost too much to do these things. If anything, it just costs time, and that's it. So tip number 7, everybody may or may not be able to relate to, but set yourself up in a clean environment. As you can see, I got everything pretty much cleaned up in the house. Room clean, living room clean. And I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's presentable. It's set up to the way that I like it. You know, it smells decent. You can always get you some Febreze. You can always get you some incense or candles that make your crib smell good. Get you a manly scent, so clean your car. Over there, if you got a car, they understand that. Make sure you take care of it. Always take care of the things that God bless you. That's how you always the most expensive thing, the least expensive things that you have. Always be a good steward. And then you continue to grow off of that. And make sure you clean. But it's no better feeling than having your own crib, having your own everything. You got the means to do it. Hire somebody to clean those type of things. You want to allow yourself to be able to grow to those points. Make sure you cleaning it. Make sure you spraying something that smell good. I talk about how to become better as a man, but also you get in the car yourself and it smells bad. Circumstances to dirt all over the seats, stains all over the seats, different things like that. Environment. It don't got to be the most expensive vehicle. That allows you to have a good routine. Make sure you that allows you to be in a place where you're not looking and scrambling and trying to find different things. You're not out of order. You have order going on in the crib. You feel me? It looks nice. It looks presentable, and it makes everything easier for you. And last but not least, what we got on our list is getting your haircut. You feel me? I did do mine by myself, and that fade looks great. I did decide to leave the stubble, and I just cut it down and barely lined up here on the top. But whether you do it yourself or whether you go to a barber, haircuts are mandatory. Depending on what you do for your profession or school or whatever image that you try to keep up is going to determine how often you should get a haircut. You may need one once a week. You may need one bi-weekly. You may need one once a month. That's all determined on what you want to do, you feel me? But it's mandatory to get your haircuts. I feel like there's one thing that's definitely gonna boost your confidence. It's one thing that's definitely gonna show who you are, you feel me? Find your haircut that matches your style, matches your vibe. Decide if you want to grow your beard out or if you want to cut it and shave it down or whatever. Keep the mustache and little goatee down here. It's really determining the image that you want. Find you certain pictures and styles that you can go through and pick out, and find you a barber that'll work with you and learn the style that you aiming for. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the video, comment anything that may help you. Comment some of the things that you do that may be in your routine.